Now we're all on our best behavior. There's no more NFL talk or anything. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Oh, wrong screen. Where did you go? Sometimes this computer stuff is awesome. Eh? Okay, here we go. So in your offsets booklet, you should have this as the first offset sitting there, yes?
Yes,
And
sir.
what's that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay, excellent. So we know how to solve for this, I'm pretty sure. So anytime you have a measurement from the corner, we're going to draw the big right angle triangle. And there's my big right angle triangle. I'm going to actually draw two of them. I have two big right angle triangles, just like that. Now, if this rise here is 725, then this has to be 725. And this side has to be 725. So my wall-to-wall measurement is equal to 1450. Yes? Now listen, I may make mistakes while I'm doing this. So if you see a mistake, please shout out and say, hey, Doug, WTF, or whatever it is that you want to say. Just tell me that I've got a mistake going on before I get too far. Okay. So the second step on this, we have our wall-to-wall measurement. I have to then remove this travel right here. And if I know that's 150, I do 150 and times it by 1.414. 150 times 1.414. So that's 212.1. I wanted to say 2112. Does anybody know where 2112 comes from?
Rush.
Rush. That's right. And of course, it's 150 over here again. So that measurement is 212.1, and we minus that. So we'll times it by 2, which is 424.2. We'll take that off of the 1450 minus 424.2. And we get A equals, well, that doesn't look right. Is it 1025.8?
Yeah.
80. Oops. Okay.
Hey, Doug,
Yes, sir.
those little triangles,
Yes.
could it do it either way, like on the opposite side? Would it matter?
We did this triangle right
Yeah.
here, this triangle right here. We minus them off of the wall-to-wall measure.
No. Could we draw it on the opposite side?
Nope.
Would it matter?
It can eventually. I would like you to do it this way.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Just wondering.
Okay.
Thank you.
Number 2. Okay, we have a measurement from the corner on this one. So again, we'll draw a big right angle triangle. Not very straight, but that's okay. And we're going to get our wall-to-wall measurement. And our wall-to-wall measurement is 200 400 plus 500, so that's 1100 going down. So this is 1100, this is 1100. So wall to wall is equal to 2200. And then the next triangle is right here. I just freehand this. And right here. So 300 times 1.414. $424.2 times 2 is 848.4. So we take 2200 minus off 848.4. And A would equal 1351.6.
You're going pretty quick, Doug.
Okay, I'm gonna just pause there, catch up. Thanks for that, Nick. Now, the idea behind all this is the repetitiveness of it. And that way, if you do something at least 7 times, you actually tend to remember it. So that's the idea of what this is about. It's kind of a pedagogy teaching tool, if that makes any sense. Those are some big words. I don't even understand some of those words. We got that? Can I move on?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Number 3. Trying to keep them in order. Oh, so this one's a little more difficult, a little more involved. So we do not have a measurement from the corner. So what I have to do is start from the center of that object, whatever it is. I don't care what it is, it doesn't matter. And I'm going to draw a line parallel to the outside wall. And then I draw a line parallel to the outside wall again. And I make 2 45-degree right angle triangles. Oop, there we go. Now, there is a caveat to all of this stuff, and I should have mentioned it right from the beginning, but I didn't. So I'm going to mention it now. None of this is to scale. None of it. We're just doing it purely for math purposes. So a lot of this will have an optical kind of delusion on some of the measurements. It's not to scale. So there's the caveat on that. So I can get the measurement from there to there. So this measurement that I just drew on the bottom would be half of 13. And half of 13 is 6.5. And then we add 6 to it right here. So if this is 6.5 plus 6, this is 12.5. So this is 12.5 plus 12.5, which equals 25. Everybody see where I got this? 25. The next step on here is I'm going to solve for this piece right here. And I'm going to draw a right angle triangle. That's a travel. And now this is the rise and the run. This is the travel we're going to solve for. So I need to get the measurement from the red line to the wall. And that's 6.5 plus 6. So this line right here is 12.5. And then if I look over here and I minus off this 4 inches, that would actually give me this measurement right here. This measurement right here is 8.5. This part of the triangle has to be 8.5. So I'm going to take 8.5 and I'm going to multiply that by 1.414. So this measurement right here is 12.019. And then the next step is to solve for this piece. And this is a travel as well. That's not showing up very good there. Maybe it will now. And there's the right angle triangle associated with that travel. So I'll get the measurement from the red line to the wall, which is 6.5 plus 6. So this is 12.5 from here to the wall. And if I minus off that 6 down here off of that 12.5, makes this line right here 6.5. Now I can then get the travel by going 6.5 times 1.414. This is 9.191, so this is 9.191. And now I add up these 3 measurements to solve for x. And if I add all those up, x is equal to 46.21. Okay, we got that one? Try another one of those. Same kind of concept. I do not have the measurement from the corner. So first thing we do is we start from the center of the object. Let me just zoom in a little bit on this one. There we go. And now I'm going to take my ruler. And I'm going to make 2 right angle triangles. Right like that. So I can get this measurement now. Half of 48 is 24 plus 19 is 43. So this measurement's 43, this is 43. So right here is 86 so far, from here to there. It's 86, yes? Does everybody see how I got 86? I hope so. Okay, so now I want to solve for this right here. That's a travel. I'm going to draw my right angle triangle. And I get the measurement from the green line all the way to the wall as 24 plus 16. So that line is 40. And if I minus off 20, that's over here, that makes this line right here 20. So I can get this travel by saying 20 times 1.414. And that is 28.28. So this line is 28.28. And now I want to solve for this other piece. Here is the travel. This is my right angle triangle. Now, this measurement from the green line to the wall is 24 plus 18. So that's 42. And if I minus off 14, that's down here. I don't know why I need my calculator for that, but this is 28. This line right here has to be 28. So I calculate 28 times 1.414. Equal to 39.592. So this is right here, this measurement is 39.592. And I add them all together to get 153.872 inches. Guaranteed, there is one of these on your final exam. Can we continue on?
Yeah.
Nice.
Hallelujah. Look at that. Okay. So when we come to one of these, this is an equal spread offset. When we come to one of these, what we need to do is write down what we know. So do we know what A is?
Yeah,
400.
400. Okay, do we know what C is?
350? No.
90.
90.
C is 90. So you can see C right here is 90, yes? Okay, so what I'm going to do to start this is I'm going to, first off, solve for B. So I'm going to draw a right angle triangle. Right here. Everybody see my right angle triangle?
Yeah.
Okay, so look down here. It says 350 mils is this line. Can I get B now?
Yes.
Yeah. B is equal to 350 times 1.414. So B is 494.9. And you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to write that right in here. 494.9 is B. Because the next step for doing this equal spread offset is I'm going to extend that measurement, that 494.9, I'm going to put it through my equal spread offset. I'm going to put that measurement straight through. So in between these lines right here, in between this line and this line, this line and this line is 494.9. 494.9. See how I extended that measurement through the equal spread offset. Now, my next steps for this is I want to extend some of the measurements that I know. So let me just draw a straight line for A, and then I'll extend this. So I know that from here to the bottom here, I know that this is 400. Yes? I should extend that to that line in G. And I know that this line from here to there is also 400. Does everybody see that? And now I'm going to extend this measurement C all the way through as well. I'll use my green pen. And I know this measurement right here is 90. And this measurement right here is 90. So far, so good? Is everybody caught up to this point? Okay. So here's where it gets funky. Well, not funky, but different. What now I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 45s at the start all the way through because it's equal spread. I'm going to cut them right in half. Cut my 45s in half. I'm going to cut my 45s in half over here. And as I cut these in half, it makes a 22.5 degree right angle triangle. Now, for this purpose, I'm going to color this in all the way. So here is my first 22.5 degree right angle triangle. You see the 22.5 degree right angle triangle? I hope so. So if I know the run of a 22.5 degree right angle triangle, can I get the rise? We learned this last week or even on Tuesday where we take,
1022.
that's right. So we take 350, right? And we multiply that by 0.414. That is the tangent of a 22.5-degree right angle triangle. So I'm gonna go 350 times 0.414. That equals 144.9. So this measurement right here is 144.9. Now, this is important that you see where I got that. And because this is equally spread across, guess what this measurement is? 144.9. And because this is an equal spread offset, and this is all equal, this is 144.9. And this is 144.9. So now I could solve for D. D is 400 plus 144.9. Which is 544.9. E is these three added together. 144.9, 494.9, 144.9. So E comes out to 784.7. And F is 90 plus 144.9. So F is 234.9. We'll give everybody a minute to catch up on that. Now, the next step, I'm going to use a different color here. I'm just going to draw a bigger 22.5-degree right angle triangle. Here it is. And I'm going to color it in just so we can see it really clearly. That's pretty shitty, but that's okay. You see now I have a larger 22.5-degree right angle triangle. So if I know my run, I can get my rise. So I'm going to take my run, which is 460 plus 350, and I times that by 0.414. And that will give me this measurement right here. So that's going to equal 335.34. So this is 335.34. And because it's equal spread, there's the other side of it. It's going to be also 335.34, 335.34, 335.34. And now I can solve for the rest of these just by adding those numbers together. So G is going to be 735.34. H, we add these three together. H is going to be 1165.58. And I is going to be 425.3.
Doug,
Yes.
I did that a little bit differently. See if we can show you.
Well, Steve, I'm not going to show a different way. This is
No,
the only
I'm
way.
just asking. I'm asking if my way will work. is all I'm asking.
Did it work?
Yeah, it worked fine. I'm just wondering if it's gonna screw me up in the future.
No, but it will when we have unequal
So I did
spread.
that, and then,
That works. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. It kind of does, but then you're cutting it a couple of times, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw your little triangles on there. Thank you for that.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't screw me up in the future.
Yeah, well, when it's unequal spread, it may, so.
Hey, how did you get E?
E. E is 144.9 plus 494.9 plus 144.9.
Oh, okay. So if B was 494.9, wouldn't E and H also be the same because they're equal measure?
Well, look how long those pipes are. They're a lot longer than B.
Oh, okay.
So we have to add these pieces to.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Just give everybody a minute or two to catch up. Okay, how we doing? Can we move on? Move on. Get rid of this one. We have another one, very much the same as the other one. Oh, this one is this exactly the same? No. Close. All right, so first thing I do, I write down what I know. A is going to be 510. C is going to be 100. Now, see, those are free marks. Already I got 2 right. I have no problem with that. To solve for B, I'm going to draw a right angle triangle. With my ruler. B would be calculated by taking my 400 down at the bottom here. 400 times 1.414. And that would equal B, which is 565.6. And I'm going to write that in here. And then I can extend that measurement that I've got through the offset. And I'll write in that number. Now, you don't have to draw these little arrows on here, but I do sometimes just to kind of give me an idea of what I'm looking at. Okay. Now, I'm going to extend my A measurement straight out. So I know that this is 510. And I know now that this is 510, this measurement. And I'm going to extend C's measurement straight up. And I know this is 100. This is 100. This is 100. So far, so good? Now I'm going to cut my 45s in half on this equal spread offset, making them 22.5 degree right angle triangles. Well, eventually, but I'm going to make them 22.5. Here is my first 22.5 degree right angle triangle. And now I could take my run of 400 down at the bottom. This is 400. And if I times 400, 1.414, or 0.414, oh my goodness, 0.414. Gives me 165.6. So this measurement right here is 165.6. Because this is also an equal spread offset, this is 165.6. This is 165.6. This is 165.6. Now I could write in my answers for D, E, and F. E, if I add those together, should be 896.8, and F is 265.6. The next step is just to get a bigger 22.5 degree right angle triangle. And there's my bigger 22.5 degree right angle triangle. I'll take my run. My run is these two added together. So that's 550 plus 400 times 0.414. Is 393.3. So this measurement right here, 393.3. Because it's equal spread, it goes all the way through. And now I can solve for the rest, G, H, and I, by adding those numbers together. So G is 903.3. H will come out to 1352.2. And I will be 493.3. How's everybody doing?
It's a lot of steps, but
Yeah.
I mean, doable.
Yes, yes.
Write it out. But
That's what we have to do. We have to kind of write it out. So here's the thing. When we're doing an exam with one of these on it, you're going to have a lot of scrap paper with you. I'm not going to ask you to draw it out, but I'm going to ask you to get some numbers out of this. So like I'll say a question, I'll put a picture like this up there and I'll say solve for E. Right, so you have to do all the work to get to E. And that's the thing about a test on a screen. You don't have a piece of paper tangible to draw on. Can I move this sheet off?
yeah. Or
Okay, so what we'll do is we have another equal spread offset as the next one here. So take a few minutes and I want you to try that on your own. I will write in the correct numbers for A to I and see if your numbers match. So I'm just going to write them in. You start it and finish it and see if your numbers match mine. So take the next 10 minutes or so, whatever it takes, and complete this one on your own. And I'll just put the answers in. And
You
see
should
if-
hide your paper while we do that, Doug, so people don't just copy your answer.
Sure. I'll give you a bunch of minutes here to start off before I put anything in.
thank you.
So give it a go. Can everyone please post in the chat if you got it done, or if you're still, or if you have any issues or anything like that, just post something in the chat so I know, and then, yeah.
I have an issue. Where's your units of measurement?
Yeah, good one.
Mark us wrong.
No. Right now, I'm just really looking for a process, and as we get the process right, geez, that's the battle right there. Okay. When we're doing some complicated hemispherically ended tanks and stuff, that's where increments of measures becomes really important. But right here, I'm just looking for the numbers. Is that okay? Is that making sense?
I guess whatever makes you sleep at night.
Yeah, it's usually red wine. That's what happens.
Good choice. More of a rye guy myself.
Yeah, if you want to fight, I'll drink rye. But usually I fight when I drink that stuff.
Vodka does that to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Vodka makes me puke. How's that? 'Cause I
That's
usually,
most things once you have enough of it.
well, yeah, I usually drink too much when I'm drinking that stuff because I have no control. It's just like, wow, that tastes good. Have another. Next thing you know, my wife is driving me home.
Yeah, you're going, dear God, how did I get in the vehicle?
Yeah. Whoa, where are we going? We're going to McDonald's? Come on.
Can we stop and get food?
Yeah, I just didn't want to see that food later, so to speak.
No, you never do, but I mean, it's better than not eating anything.
You're right. I suppose. All right. I think we're just waiting on one or two people. Good. Okay. Well, what we have next is an unequal spread offset. Okay. So can I move on? Is anybody just still hanging on there with that one, or can I just start over or on a new one? Okay. So let's go to the next one. We'll do one more and then we'll take a lunch break. Okay. So we're going to just do one more and then we'll take our lunch. And we have an unequal spread offset here. Okay. So this is a little different. It's a little different process to get the right answers. Okay. So first thing I'm going to do is none of my answers are given here. So I have to do all of my calculations according to some right angle triangles to start. So I'm going to solve for A. I'm going to draw a right angle triangle for A here. There's my first right angle triangle. And that is for A. And A, as you can see, we have 39 down at the bottom there. So that's our run. So A is calculated by going 39 times 1.414. So A is going to equal 55.146. Everybody got that?
Is that divided or times that the A?
Times, Daniel.
Okay.
Times. Now, this next step, we're going to solve for B next. So I'm going to draw a bigger right angle triangle. Everybody see my bigger right angle triangle for B? And now if I have a run right here down at the bottom, here's the run. 39 plus 55. 39 plus 55. So 39 plus 55 bracket times 1.414. I put the bracket there because you need to hit the equal sign first before you multiply. So B,
In the Casio calculator, do you actually put brackets?
you can. There is a
Or
bracket.
you just go
Integers.
39 plus 55
Yeah, hit the equals button and then
and
time.
then time it out.
So B is equal to, everybody get 132.916 for B.
Yes, sir.
And now I'm going to solve for C, and I simply draw another bigger right angle triangle. And there's C. So we take our run here. Our run here is 39 plus 55 plus 40. That's our run. Times 1.414 will give me C. And C is equal to 189.476. Okay, so now we're going to try and solve for D. For D, this is right here over on this side. Now, do I know this measurement here? Right here. Does everybody see that black line? Does everybody know what that measurement is? 39. So if that's 39, guess what this measurement right here has to be?
39.
39. And we add 25 to it. You see where I get 39 plus 25? 39 plus 25 is D. 39 plus 25 is D for 64. So now I want to get E. Well, E, because these pieces of pipe right here, this 55 here is also here. E is 55 because this travels the same. So E is 55. This unequal stuff is easier than the other, isn't it? Because F, yeah, F, look at down here, you see that 40 down at the bottom? F is 40. Because it travels through, and it's the same number. And now this is where it gets a little funkier, I think. So we now want to determine the spread. So G, we want to know the spread across here. You see where G is? We want to know the spread between these two pieces of pipe right here. We want to know how far apart they are in this regard, right here. So I am going to draw a right angle triangle right here. Here's my right angle. So I know what my travel is right here on G. You see what the travel is? 55. So I need to get the rise here. So if I go 55 divided by 1.414 will give me this line right here, which is G. So 55 divided by 1.414 is right here, which equals 38.897 is the spread across these two pieces of pipe. By taking 55, the travel, divided by 1.414 gives me this. Same deal for H. H, we want to know the spread across these pipes, so I'm going to draw a right angle triangle right in there. And there's the right angle. So we know the travel on this right angle triangle is 40. And we can get the rise on that by going 40 divided by 1.414. And that is H. That is the spread, which is 28.289. All right. Not bad so far. We only have 185 more to go. Just kidding. We don't have that many. So take your lunch break. I'm going to leave this Zoom meeting open. If you guys want to chat about anything, about any other subject, if you're working on any other homework for the next hour and 15 minutes, you could play in here and do whatever you want to do, talk about it, and take your lunch break. Go get yourself some KD, or whatever it is that you want to get. And we will begin again at 12 o'clock. And we're going to try to continue with the rest of these offsets. Okay? Thank you. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you in an hour and a bit. Okay?
Okay, thanks, Doug.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Doug.
Doug.
What time did you want us back, sorry?
Noon.
Noon? Okay.
Noon. Okay.
Doug, you might want to stop recording.
Good point. Thank you for that. And we're going to start sharing my screen. We're going to continue working on our offsets. This is the last one we did, this unequal spread offset, which sometimes looks easier than the others. There it is. Okay, we got that one. So we'll grab our next one. Come on. There we go. So same. I will start this by drawing a right angle triangle for A. So we can calculate A as 490 times 1.414. Does everybody concur with that statement?
Yep.
Good. I'm glad. So 692.86 is A. And now for B, we're just literally going to increase that right angle triangle, make it a little bigger. And then B, I'll just put something up here. B is equal to 490 plus 650. That's the run down here. Down there. Times 1.414 is equal to B. So 650 plus 490 equals times 1.414. 1611.96 is B. C is a continuation of that big right angle triangle. There's C. And C is equal to the run on the bottom from here to here now is 490 plus 650 plus 500 brackets times 1.414. So C is equal to 2,318.96. D, the measurement for D over here. So we know what this measurement is. This measurement is 490 right in there. That is 490, making this 490. This line, the rise and the run are always the same. And I will simply add 350 to 490 to get 840. The next one, E, over here will be exactly the same as this 650 on the bottom. E is 650. F in the top corner there is going to be the same as this measurement here. So F is 500. And then we want to know the spread. We want to know G. G is the spread across these pipe. So I will draw a right angle triangle right in there. There's the right angle. This is the travel of that right angle triangle. We know this travel to be 650 at the bottom. So G is equal to 650 divided by 1.414. And that gives me 459.689. And now H is the same. We want to know the spread across H here. So we draw a right angle triangle. There's the right angle. This is the travel right here. I have the travel at 500. Therefore, H is equal to 500 divided by 1.414. So that's 353.607. Any questions on that?
How do I just tell the difference between an unequal spread offset and an equal spread offset?
That is a great question.
I'm a little confused.
So look at this. Look at this. All these measurements are unequal down here, but that's fine. But what isn't equal is the spread. So the spread from the pipes is not equal. So if I go back into an equal spread offset, this distance is equally spread.
So how would I tell that on a test? I would just have to do the math, right?
Well, yeah, you have to do the math. And if you look at this one, you should be able to say that that's an equal spread. And then when we look at this one, we can see
You can
that
visually see it.
you visually see it. It's not to scale, but you can still visually see that it's not equally spread.
Okay.
Okay?
Hey, Doug?
Yeah.
Those triangles that you draw,
Yes.
do they all have always the same starting point? I mean, at the 90.
Yes. There's always a 90. Always a 90.
All of them should start from here.
Yeah, I would say yes. This is, Curtis, this is the process I take. There is different ways of doing this, but I will not show different ways. I'm just going to do one way, and that's it.
Yeah, no. So let's put it. Would there be some case where the triangles don't start at the same point? No.
Maybe we have some more to go over.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I was just wondering. Thanks.
Okay, yeah, no, I understand. Okay, yes, possibly. So let's go to the next one. And Curtis, this one's going to freak you out, I think. No, I'm only kidding. I don't know what I'm doing.
I know, I tried.
So this is equal, unequal. Because you can see how this is, they're not lined up, but they're equally kind of put out there, but not really. This one is a combination offset. And how we solve for this is like this. And we're going to solve this together. Okay? Has everybody got that sheet out? We're going to solve this one together. This is the next one on the list. Now, the first one is asking for the measurement from A to B. Up here, A to B. So A to B, right here. We want this piece of pipe. So first off, I'm just going to draw a right angle triangle on here, okay? Just gonna draw a right angle triangle right there. Does everybody see that right angle triangle? I know you can. Perfect. So I need a rise or a run to calculate the travel here from A to B. So if I look at this number, it's 450 from here to the wall. And then I have a measurement up here of 275. So if I take 450 and I minus off 275, this line right here, this line, this run right here has to be 175, doesn't it?
125.
155.
Oh, 20.
175.
I got 175.
450 minus 275. It's 175.
Hey, it's 125, right? I think.
It's 175. You have it right, Doug.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so now we could solve for A to B by taking 175 and multiplying that by 1.414 to get the travel, and that comes out to 247.45. Now, this is the point, people, that it's going to look a little weird. I know what A to C is. Do I have that measurement here? A to C, A to C?
Yep.
Yeah, so that's 300, yes?
Yeah.
A to C, 300. Then the next one on the list is F to E. So they want this travel, F to E. They want this one next. So this is how we solve for that. And I'm going to use a different color. And it's going to start to look a little messy, by the way. So F to E is a travel, correct? So I'm going to draw a right angle triangle here. Oh, I'm going to draw it across FE. Why not? So I drew a right angle triangle right here. Does everybody see that right angle triangle? I hope.
Yeah.
Now, I could calculate the run right here by taking 320 plus 175. So 320 plus 175. Does everybody see that? So 320, this piece, this much, plus 175 is my run. And I could take that and times that by 1.414 to get the travel of FE. And F to E is 699.93. Now, they're asking for E to D, but I am going to go to G and H. I'm going to solve next for G to H. This travel right here, I'm going to solve for next. Now, I'm not quite sure how this color is going to show up, but we'll give it a shot. I'm going to draw a right angle triangle. So I drew a right angle triangle to solve for G to H, and I can get my run, which is right here. This is the run by adding 340 plus 320 plus 175 is my run. So 320 or 340 plus 320 plus 175 is the run for that. And then I simply take that answer. So that's 340 plus 320 plus 175. So 835 is my run, and I times that by 1.414 to get my travel of 1,180.69. So that was G to H. And that's how we solved G to H. Awesome. The next one I'm going to solve for is E to D. Right here, I'm going to solve for this measurement right here. So I know what my 300 is right there. So I'm going to extend that line straight out. And because this is 45s, I just created a 22.5 degree right angle triangle right there. So I could take this run of 320, this run, 320, and multiplied by 0.414, which is the 22.5 degree tangent. And that equals 132.48. So this line is 300, and this is 132.48. So E to D is 432.48. That measurement. To solve for H to I simply am drawing a bigger 22.5 degree right angled triangle, where I take my run, that's right here, 320 plus 340 times 0.414 will give me this measurement there. So that's 340 plus 320 times 0.414. So this is 273.24. This is 273.24. And I add the 300 to it. So H to I is 573.24.
How do you know that that's a 22.5 degree triangle?
That's a good question, Nick, because we're only using 45s, period. And when I cut a 45 in half, it's 22.5. We're not going to use any other fittings for the time being. Okay, this is all 45 degree offsets, equal and unequal. Okay. Does that answer your question? I hope.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. Yeah.
And now that we're letting people catch up to that moment, we have J to solve and K to solve. And here's J up here, and then K is here. And let's solve for J first, because it's a little easier visually to look at. To solve for J, this is a travel, and here's my right angle. Right here is my right angle triangle. J measurement is the travel. This line right here, this run, is 340. This run right here is 340. So to solve for J, this is 340. From here, 340 times 1.414 is J. And J is equal to 480.76. And now to solve for K, I'm going to draw a right angle triangle right here. Here it is. There's the travel for K. This is the right angle. This run right here is 320. So 320 times 1.414 is equal to 452.48. K is 452.48. And then when we look back at this, we see all the triangles we drew on there, and it's like, holy, that's very confusing looking.
Oh yeah, I was just about to say, I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff on that one page. A lot of stuff on that page.
Hey, Doug,
Yes, sir.
that angle, that 22.5,
Yes, right here.
if that 320 changes between C and
Yeah, this one. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
if it's a different number,
Yeah.
would the angle change?
No, this is a run. This is the 22.5-degree right angle triangle. And this is the run. The run is this measurement, whatever that is. It doesn't matter what it is, but this number, this 320 times 0.414 gives me this measurement. Right here.
Okay.
Okay. And then when we draw a bigger 22.5-degree right angle triangle, this run, this bottom line right here is 320 plus 340. So when we add these two together, this is a run, and we take that right here, add them together and times it by 0.414 gives me this side opposite, or the other end, or the rise, if you will, of 273.24.
Okay, thank you.
Does that answer your question? I hope it does. I mean, so what I'm going to do is I'll leave this up, but for those of you that are already done, grab the next sheet here and do that one on your own for the next 10 minutes. See how you do with this one on your own, on this equal unequal spread combination sheet. It's the same as this one, only different answers. Okay, so I'll leave this one up here for now for the next 10 minutes, and then we'll go over this next one. So take some time, do some calculations on your own. How's everyone making out? We're getting there slowly.
I got stuck on the 22.5 degree triangles.
Okay. Right here, you're trying to get this measurement, E to D, H to I.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I did this on this page alone with nothing else on it, if I just did this 22.5 degree right angle triangle, there's the first one where we take this run right here, 22
Times 5.414.
times 0.414. Remember, 22.5 degree right angle triangle. I just wanted this side right here. So we multiply the run by the 10 of that 22.5, which is 0.414. So 22 times 0.414 is 9.108. So this line right here, this line is 9.108. This line is 20. This is
No.
20. This is 9.108,
Okay, that makes sense.
making D 29.108. And then the bigger 22.5 degree right angle triangle where this is the run. This measurement to here is 20 to there. And then we need to get this piece by going 22 plus 24 times 0.414, which is 19.044. And we add these two together to make 39.044. Does that help?
Oh yeah, big time. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm stuck on F and E. I got everything else but except for that one.
Okay, so I will use a different color here. F to E number?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to draw a right angle triangle. So I got to start at E. See my right angle triangle there in purple?
Yeah.
Excellent. So there was a couple of things. We needed to solve for B to A first, but that's okay. I know that this measurement from here, from this line to there, I know that measurement is 18 by going 35 minus 17. This measurement, this line is 18. And so I go from here, 18 plus 22. So this line here, this is my run, is 40. This run is 40. So I can get a travel by taking 40 times 1.414, and that equals 56.5.
Okay. Thanks, Doug.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just gotta find triangles. It's
Yes, you do. Sometimes, Brandon, it's difficult and to see it. So that's why I'm here. And please, thank you for sharing and asking. I encourage that. I want you to ask. So I want you to be able to see it. How's everybody else? If you've completed this and you got the right answers, just post something in the chat. Just say yes, done, thumbs up, something, so I'm aware that you're alive and, you didn't go out dancing with the coyotes at the same time as my cat. And I only say those stupid things so people are, really, are you paying attention or not? Excellent, excellent. Good, good, good. So far, so good. Mark, did that help going over that E to F thing that I just did? Did that get you to where you need to do it, or do we need it again?
Nope, I'm good. I was just looking at it and was trying to, that's how I thought it would have been done, but I wasn't sure if the measurements had changed, but everything's all good.
Sure, excellent. All right then. All right. Now, how's everybody doing? Can I move on? Are we okay? It's like most everybody's there. I want to move on to the next one, which is one of my favorites because it's so easy. I like easy. Just ask my wife. She knows. All right.
Oh god.
What are you thinking? Jeez.
I just enjoy class.
That's not what it sounded like, did it?
Yeah, like it's not horrible.
It didn't sound very good. Okay. All right. So now we have an equal spread offset here for this one. And let me just zoom in a little bit to make it so yeah. All right, all right. It's like you're right there over my shoulder sometimes. It's a little creepy, but there it is. All right. So to solve for this one, I'm going to solve for A first. And I'm going to freehand this without a ruler, so hopefully you could follow along. There's my right angle triangle. A is the travel. The measurement that I'm trying to find, A is my travel. Now, I'm going to need a run here. I'm going to need to know this measurement, and I could simply go 600 minus 300. Yeah. Makes this 300 and makes this 300. Right? These both lines have to be 300 each. So A is simply 300 times 1.414, which makes that 424.2. A is 424.2. Now, B, I want to get B on this next one. Can you see the 500 over here from this line to there? 500. And if this is 300, that makes B 200. There, B's done. And now C, I'm going to draw a right angle triangle for C. Just like that. And now I have to take the measurement from there to the wall. So that's 1140. That's 1140 at the top there. And from here at the bottom is 870. From there to there, making this line right here, calculator, making this line 270. And if that's 270, then this line right here is also 270. So C is 270 times 1.414, which is 381.78. And if this is 270 right there, and this is 500, then D has to be 230. So again, for that one, if you got that and you're good, just in the chat, give me some loving or something. Yeah, there you go. Thanks, Steve. Yeah, good. Yeehaw. Good, 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 good. Yeah. Giddy up. Hell yeah, brother. Wow. Mo, I'm not sure if that's good or not. Or I guess I should hum it. Mm-hmm. So that's what you meant? Awesome. Okay, got it. There you go. Good. Excellent. So now your turn to do this one. I'll give you the next couple of minutes and you do this next one on your own and see if you can get the answers. So there's the answers for that next one on there. darn it. You know what I forgot to do? Press record, I think.
It looks like it's recorded.
Oh, is it recording? Okay, good. Maybe I did engage it. So everybody got this one? Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah? Give me a thumbs up or give me a yep or something on the chat, just so I know.
Yes.
Yes, good. Excellent. One. Yep, yep. Okay. Wow, we're getting there. We're almost done. We're almost done, and it's Friday, so this is good news. Wow, here's a real. So here's the next one up on the screen. And the first one, when we come across this equal spread offset, this is an equal spread offset. When we come across this, we have to actually solve C first, just because of the orientation and the lettering. I'm going to draw a right angled triangle for C. So this measurement over here is given 62. So this is a rise. This number right here is 62. So C is equal to 62 times 1.414. And that is 87.668. And here's the fun part about this one. Because this is equally spread, B is 87.668. A is 87.668 on this configuration. Now we're going to solve for D. I am going to take D right here. I'm going to draw a straight line down this 45. And now I'm going to cut that 45 in half, making a 22.5 degree right angle triangle right there. So I can get this measurement right here by taking my run of 22 plus 30 and times that by 0.414. That's the tangent of a 22.5 degree angle. And so that is 53 times. Oh, 52, sorry, I got that wrong. 21.528. So this measurement here is 21.528. And we will minus that off of 41. And that gives me D of 19.472. Has to be D. So we're taking the 41, minusing off this much, that has to be D. Now that we got D at 19.472, I could simply do this short 22.5 degree right angle triangle and say 22 times 0.414 9.108, and I will add that 9.108 right here. I'm going to add that to D. And that is now E measurement at 28.58 when I add these two together. And that's how to get D and E. F and G are done really the same way, only in reverse. So I'm going to draw or cut my 45 down the middle. Make a 22.5 degree right angle triangle. There's my first one right here. So I take 30 times that by 0.414. It's equal to 12.42. And I add it to 28. This is 12.42. And I add it to 28 to get 40.42, which is G. And then F is just a larger 22.5 degree right angle triangle where we have 30 plus 22 times 0.4414. Which is 21.528, and we add 28 to that to get F at 49.528. Crazy days, eh, people? But you're doing good. Keep hanging in there. We're almost done.
Hey, Doc.
Yes, sir.
You want to show me the F, how he got the 49? I can't see your number. What
Oh.
you write?
Okay, so you can see we have 28 here, yes? So I did a big 22.5 degree right angle triangle. Here it is. And I took this measurement, 52, 30 plus 22 is 52. And I times that by 0.414 down here at the bottom and got 21.528. So this measurement right here is 21.528. And I added that to 28 to get 49.528.
Thanks, Doc.
You're welcome. Now, as you know what's coming, Here is the next one. The next one on the page that I want you to do yourself and see how you do with this one. So just use the same process as we did. Same processes, just different numbers. So take some time and try to complete this one. I will give you a couple of minutes here and I'll be right back on.
That is one chunk.
Yeah, I just went outside to see if he was still alive. I think he's dead, but he's just basking in the sun. That's all he's doing. He's just, so he was crying to get in earlier until he found a sunny spot and he's just passed right out. It's what he does best, sleeps.
Doug, can you put the other sheet up there? I didn't get all the answers off it. I need to look over that other sheet to do this one. Thank you.
You check your answers there. Good, Alex. Dylan. Daniel, Warner, Tyler, good. Franco, good, awesome. Mo, thanks, good. Jake, excellent. Andre, Josh, Justin, Alec, very good. Mark, good, glad. Tyrell, awesome. Dallas, perfect. Curtis, awesome. Daniel, got it, awesome. Matt, thank you. All right, people. It's after 1 o'clock. Take a break, take 10 minutes, come back at 1:15, and we're going to continue on with a little bit more stuff. Okay, so take a break, 1:15, and we'll come back and do a little bit more. Okay, and hopefully we'll be out of here by 2 o'clock. Okay, for a nice Friday afternoon. So take 10 minutes, 1:15. All right. Where's my camera? Ding.
Sorry, Doug, can you do either D or E because I just can't get there?
This is on this one right here on the screen?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so we have that measurement of 510 down at the bottom. Yes, you see that?
Yep.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to solve for D first. So I'm going to go from the middle of that 45 and I'm going to draw a 22.5 because I'm going to cut these 45s right down the middle. And I have a 22.5 degree right angle triangle. You see that there, Sylvie?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So this run right here.
Is 720.
That's right. So that's going to be 720 times 0.414. Yes. Which equals 298.08. Meaning this measurement right here, Sylvia,
Mm-hmm.
is 298.08.
Okay.
And if I minus that off of 510, that would give me D.
Okay.
So 510 minus 298 is 211.92. And then for E, if I just, whoa, you know, when you throw these Sharpies around, they stain everywhere. I'm going to have another 22.5 degree right angle triangle here. Yes. I know, well, I already know that D is 211.92. So I'm going to add this piece right here to D. So I'll take my run of 320 and I'll times that by 0.414. So that's 132.48. So this piece right here is 132.48. My pen is running out of ink. And I add it to the 211. So 211.92 plus 132.48 is equal.
Move up the page just a touch, Doug, please. Thank you.
There you go. Yeah, sometimes I get carried away and I don't see what I'm doing. I'm just drawing on the paper and I'm not paying attention to the screen. So thanks for that.
Okay, thanks. I was able to get F and G, but I got like a mental block on D and E here, and you basically do it exactly the same.
Only upside down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You're very welcome. So here we go. The next offset that we're going to play around with, let's get rid of these. Well, I'm going through a lot of paper. Used to be on the TQ. This used to be on the TQ. This one right here. Believe it or not. But guess what? We don't have a TQ anymore, do we?
At least not for now.
So, oh, bless you. Where this says side opposite length, I want the side opposite length of the 22.5 degree triangle. That's what I want the side opposite length to be. So we'll get to that in a minute. Let's solve for A, measurement A. So you can see how the triangle is practically already drawn for us. So this is 18. So A is equal to 18 times 1.414, which is 25.452. Now to solve for B, I need two 22.5-degree measurements, or 22.5-degree right angle triangles. So I'm going to draw one of them. I'm going to draw this line straight off from the middle of this 45. And there is a 22.5-degree right angle triangle. Let me just get a little darker here. There it is. We know that run is 10 inches. So we're going to go 10 times 0.414, which is equal to 4.14, which is equal to this number. And because this is also an equal spread offset, here's my other 22.5-degree right angle triangle. And this is also 10 times 0.414 is that. So literally B is 4.14 plus 4.14, which is 828, and we take 25.452 and we minus off 828 to get B as 17.172. And literally, we're just taking this piece and this piece off of the measurement A to get my B measurement. That's all it is. And I now want you to solve for this one right here, using that same technique, that same process. Give me a thumbs up if that is what you got. Or a good, or all good, or something good. Yes, good, Stevie. Good. Good, yep, yep, correct, yep, yep. Good, yep, all right. Good, good. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay, that wasn't too bad.